Hey guys, we're here with Ruben, the CEO of NGRAVE. How are you today?
Hi Ornella, all good, how are you?
Good, good. So tell me why you came out today to the Art Talks event.
Actually, because they invited me to speak about NGRAVE, the company itself, and also given what's happening this week in, let's say, hardware wallet land. People are a little bit upset, rightfully so, yes or no, TBD, but yeah, that's why I'm here. I have 7 minutes later on to speak about it, and I hope I can protect a few more people while I'm at it.
So what I understand that happened with Ledger is that with every upgrade and every new algorithm that goes with that upgrade, they spit out people's private keys. But isn't that normal? Like, why is that such a bad, or did people not know about this before? Is that why everyone's freaking out?
Yeah, I would say hardware wallets are obviously a specific kind of technology that not everybody necessarily understands. They are considered to be the best way to keep your crypto safe, that's for sure. But so far, until today, everybody was thinking that you could not extract private keys from the device, especially not by doing, let's say, a firmware update or something like that. So Ledger announced that they will be able to do sort of a smart recovery, social recovery, by installing a firmware update that then gets your splits up your key in shards and basically sends them to their partner network. So yeah, I mean, there is definitely, let's say if you look at what they wrote half a year ago, it's been posted now overall everywhere. That's why I'm mentioning it. So they said you can never extract private keys from the device and from the chip, and now they're saying with a firmware update we actually can. So if you know that in crypto it's all about not your keys, not your coins.
They say.
Exactly. So the last thing you want is that is possible, and that's why you buy a hardware wallet, because you want to prevent that. And I think now people are coming to the realization that anything that is connected, even if it's a hardware wallet with USB, with Bluetooth like they have, then you actually already are at risk of being hacked by remote hackers, but even by the manufacturer himself.
We just assume that the risk is less when we have a cold hardware wallet.
More or less, yes. But now obviously everybody sees that there are a lot of things possible by having a wallet that is connected. And if you look, for example, to what we have built, we have built a fully air-gapped hardware wallet because of this reason. So we say there should never be a connection between your device and the outer world. So our device is fully offline, and the only way we communicate is over QR codes. And the beauty of QR codes is that anybody can scan a QR code and can tell everybody else that there is hidden information in there. So we actually give the user a white box. Users can tell everybody else something is wrong in this QR code, but if you're signing a USB or a Bluetooth connected transaction, you have no idea what you're signing.
So what happened with Ledger could not happen with NGRAVE, is what you're saying?
Exactly, yeah. So we cannot extract any private keys out of your device. Only when you would say you use a QR code to do a communication with our, let's say, with our mobile app, then that may or may not be possible. But the point is that you will always see that we are doing it. With a black box like Ledger, you cannot see it.
So even with firmware updates, it's not possible?
Exactly. So we do have a USB port, to be clear. It's used for wall charging and for firmware updates, but the device can only receive packages. It cannot push anything out itself. And of course, that makes all the difference. Yeah.
Got it. So that's the main difference. And can you talk a little bit more about just maybe security in general and some other risks that crypto users face, especially with centralized exchanges?
Yeah, sure. I mean, in the end, security is also an end-to-end thing. So it's a systemic thing. Even on hardware wallet level, it's about how does it get out of the supply chain? How does it reach your house? When you're setting up keys, do you receive a key from the device and maybe it's already backdoored? Or are you making it with the device in a smarter way? What does the backup look like? Is it a piece of paper? Is it metal? Is it encrypted? Can you actually recover your backup in a way that nobody else can at the same time see what your key is? So those are all the things you have to think of. And to be fair, we have worked since 2018 to solve all of those security conundrums, so to say. Yeah, and of course, if you look at exchanges and platforms, the only thing I can tell you is look at 2022 and the numbers will speak for themselves. You cannot trust platforms, even though some might be genuinely, let's say, wanting to protect their users, you will always be at risk. And in the end, security is a risk management practice. So best to get an air-gapped wallet that's offline, Think about what does my backup look like? Is it a piece of paper that when I spill water on it, everything's gone? So all of those things are important. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And any other tips that you have for crypto users or Web3 users?
I mean, I have thousands of tips, but I would say the simplest is not your keys, not your coins. So always think, where are my keys coming from? Who has them? If it's an exchange, they have them. So primarily, you don't own Bitcoin; they own it. You can ask to send it around. Hot wallets generally are considered better than exchanges because you get keys. But then again, where were they created? Did anybody see them? So ultimately, if you have a nice stack of crypto, you should put it on a cold wallet.
All right. And so you recommend NGRAVE, I assume?
Well, let's say that we built NGRAVE because back in 2018, we asked ourselves the question, let's say we have to put all our crypto in one place and be able to sleep at night, where would we do it? We didn't find the answer to the question out there, so we decided to build it ourselves. And our first principle is we will never compromise on your security. So if you would look at what we've built, every single decision we made, you will see that that's exactly what we do. So we put users first, and everything else comes second.
Why is this the coldest wallet?
It is the coldest wallet because, first of all, it is 100% offline. So that means that you cannot attack it, you can't even find it, you cannot connect to it. So that's very important, of course. And then second, so this device actually, it looks like a sexy touchscreen device, but basically it has the highest security certification of all the financial products in the world. So to give you a bit of a comparison, Apple Pay has EAL5 as a security certification. There are 7 levels. Your credit card has a chip level 5. The Ledger Nano X flagship product has a chip EAL5. Yeah. And we actually have a secure operating system that tackles every single security sensitive kind of feature, and that is EAL7 certified. Okay. And there is nobody else.
That's the highest certification.
Yes, and there's nobody else who actually achieved that. So to give you the idea again of our first principle, we will never compromise on your security. That's how far we go to actually live up to that.
All right, all right. And so tell me a little bit more about, you said you're going to talk about that today at the event, yes, right? But then why else do you tend to go to these types of events? Do you find them really helpful, being part of the community and meeting people?
Well, I mean, I think every event I've been to here in Dubai over the last time, I've always met amazing people that I wanted to see again, and that's already worth it, right? Yeah.
And what about the Crypto Oasis guys? Have you gone to other events of theirs?
Yeah, I was here last year as well as a spectator, yeah, this year we happened to connect again, and they said, there is this news going on. Maybe it's a good idea if you come and speak. And I said, of course. As long as we can protect more users, we jump out of our bed every day with a smile.
That's the goal. All right. Well, good luck tonight, and thanks again for your time.
Thank you, Ornella.